Attachments can be intimidating, but no, they are not as noticeable as people fear. They are relatively small compared to the actual tooth. And when done correctly, they should be blended into the tooth where the transition is nice and smooth. And when selecting for the color of the attachment, we actually pick out the color that matches your tooth the closest, right? So it should blend in seamlessly. When it comes to attachments, one of the goals is to make it feel like they aren't there, right? One of the things we have going for us is the mouth is a really forgiving place. So again, when I had braces for 5 years, the first day was like, oh God, there's something in my teeth. But then after the first day, second day, I didn't even notice. But ultimately, when the attachments are put on correctly, should be smoothed out in the places where they transition into the tooth structure, where they don't get caught when you speak or when you chew. So it's actually a pretty seamless thing, those attachments for Invisalign. When it comes to moving teeth, these attachments are awesome tools to gaining leverage. I'm a really big car tinkerer kind of guy, and when I have a bolt that I just can't get off, what do? Instead of using the small, wrench, I grab something that's a little longer, where I have a little bit more leverage so I can add a little bit more torque. And teeth are the same way. The attachments serve to provide almost a purchase point for the trays to move the teeth more efficiently so we can get through the process faster. When it comes to making the attachments as less annoying as possible, I think going to the right dentist that keeps in mind the patient experience and make sure that when you're putting the attachments on to make them transition into the tooth structure as seamlessly as possible is super important. And then on top of that, it's when you're wearing your trays the way that you should, the attachments are actually relatively not noticeable. The trays are super smooth and glide across the inside of your lip, so you don't really notice. There are certain teeth where attachments are more important than others. And the reason for that is if we're trying to make a dramatic movement, a lot of people have maybe teeth that are just off angle, right? And making that movement efficiently is pretty difficult without the attachment. Like I said, with the leverage, that attachment provides leverage, like a small, bolt driver versus a longer bolt driver, right? You get that torque that you need to move the teeth efficiently and precisely. So those attachments are super important.